Alright guys, I did it. I went to China. Fucking crazy. I can't believe I actually did it. It's fucking nuts. But I do want to kind of talk about it for people that maybe you who wants to possibly go. I don't know. The visa process is insane. It takes 4 weeks or longer to get the visa done. Oh my god, too long. For sure, it takes way too long. But if you want to get it done, you have to book your flight and your hotel 1 to 3 months in advance, and then immediately apply for the visa, get it processed. Hopefully it passes and you get your visa and you could go to China. Okay, if you get through that part, good for you. That part is just stressful and a lot of just walking around and getting shit done. And if you're like me and you live in Japan and you have a residence card, that needs to be the renewed one, so it doesn't look like it's about to expire within a month or they won't accept it. Just something to keep in mind. So let's say you did all that, great. Next thing, this is something I wish I did, and I didn't do this, but get your WeChat set up correct. I don't mean like get good at texting people on WeChat, obviously. What I mean is set up your wallet and your payment system on your WeChat. Get your Visa card or whatever card set up on your WeChat, because guess what? China does not take credit cards or debit cards. I'm serious, they don't. Maybe a Starbucks will, some of them won't even take your debit card or your credit card. So set up your WeChat. Make sure that QR code can be scanned and you can scan QR codes, because China runs on WeChat Pay. And I hear people say there's also Alipay and Union Pay, but WeChat's the main one. That's the one that everyone uses. And you want it set up not just to pay for stuff, but you're going to be using Didi, which is like Uber, to get around. And WeChat will get you around. So have all of that set up, man. It's insane. Or you could do what I did. This was my experience. I did it the old school way. I thought I was going to be fine on my credit card and debit card. I come to China and I meet this amazing person. Her name is Ridgway.
No special hi.
I'll show some videos here, kind of dialoguing, vlogging my story as I explain. So I meet Ridgway, super cool person who is basically my guide, getting me through everything. And what I did was I withdrew physical cash. Yeah, I'm nuts. I withdrew physical cash. I was using RBM everywhere. But the way I did it was I would pay Ridgway in RBM, as she would basically do everything on WeChat. She would scan the QR codes. She would get the DD car app, or if we needed to order food, if it was a rainy day, then she would order food on WeChat and it would come. So thanks to Ridgway, I got through everything. She's an amazing person. I wish I could tell you more about her, but she's wild. She's cool. Definitely a different mindset, super cool person. And yeah, so now I do want to talk a little bit about my experience in China. Super cool. You'll see me with another amazing friend I ran into who I've met in Tokyo when I was in Tokyo, and he now works and lives in China. Says he likes it, says it's amazing. And I met him in a very touristy place. And he was just showing me around. It was beautiful. The thing that shocked me the most is, like, in China, no one really wears masks anymore. Again, I'm from Japan. Everyone still, like 50% of people wear masks. I think in New York, in America, maybe 10-20% wear masks. In China, no one really wears masks anymore. But the people are so friendly. And you'll see, like, this. You'll see my friend James guiding us around and showing us everything. And China's great. I think it gets a bad reputation from Western cultures, but super safe place, super beautiful. Everything was good. I don't have too much bad to say. The only criticism I will make is be careful when you eat meat or street food, because this is just me. I found a lot of the items I bought for some reason felt like processed meats, which is really odd. Like, I ordered something that was beef, I ordered something that was lamb, and it had kind of like this fish cake taste quality, which would mean it's processed meats or a bunch of processed meats. And I'll be honest, my stomach did get like not so good 2 or 3 times during this whole trip. That is my only negative take. Everything else was super cool, super convenient, and I do love that everything works on QR codes. It makes sense, you know? It makes sense because like card readers, debit credit card readers, are you have to get specific machines. Getting a QR code, anyone can print it out, you scan it, you get cash. It makes sense. Yeah, so I spent 5-6 days in China with Ridgway, James. It was beautiful. Everything was fantastic. I will take some time to describe some of these more personal moments, and if you care, you could take it in too, where I also even got to meet my friend Alexa, who is from Colombia, living in China currently, and she's been there around 4 years, and she's so cool. She took me to some of her favorite places in Beijing, and these places were in the main city, and they were super gorgeous. The mall area, I think it's like a mega mall area. It was so nice. It was great. I loved it. And yeah, I'm so grateful for this trip. I'm glad I got to connect and meet with all these friends. So if you guys are watching, I know you're in China, you might not be able to see this video. If James, Ridgway, or Alexa are watching, thank you so much. You made the trip wonderful. And for the rest of you, I hope some of this information and some of these videos give you a better insight into what you can expect, and maybe the best way to prepare. My biggest thing is just get that WeChat set up tight, get the wallet, get the payment right. And with the visa, you know, get your hotel and your flight correct in a 1 to 3 month period of going to this visa center for the application. And if you do live in a different country, like me, and you have a residence card or a green card, make sure it's within like 6 months of expiration, so you can use that as well. And honestly, China is super cool. Beijing is great. I recommend it. I think it's a cool fucking place. Really, honestly. It's not like the way Western countries say it is, with like crazy security cameras just watching you, knowing all your moves and all of that. It's not like, I'm sure if you were like a terrible person and you committed a crime, they would fetch that, but you don't have that experience when you're actually there. It's a very like free, fun experience. So my takeaway is this is also a documentation for me of my trip, but also some information that I would like to provide to viewers and things that can make the trip more smooth. Anyway, thanks so much for this one. This one may have been short, but it's basically my trip to China, my trip to Beijing in 2024, August 10th to 15th. Peace.
Say it one more time. Just like what? Eating just like your whole life?
Just like my life.